This girl right here must be super powerful because like 3 different people just sent
I
me
had
her.
to swallow this year. I mistook being used for being useful.
My arms are long.
Welcome to the latest episode of New Earth Zone with Jamal-Alim. This is episode 6. It's Valentine's Day today, so happy Valentine's Day to all who are watching, all my Alim aliens, all the shiny ones, all the New World architects. I'm giving y'all a new one, so I want y'all to enjoy. Please do me a favor. If you have not, please subscribe to this channel. I just need 50 subscribers to go live. I would like to reach a lot more people on this platform. Going live would definitely help that happen. So I am 43 subscribers now. I just need 7 of you to subscribe, like, comment, share. The subscribing is just so you can help. You'll be there and locked in already on the channel. Yeah, I need the likes, the shares, the comments to tell the algorithm that you want to see more content like this and that you like the content. It pushes my video out just a little bit more. I appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate your support. Let's get into the videos. Can't wait for you to see what I put together for you guys. Happy Valentine's Day again. Let's roll the videos.
Understand racism to be. Racism is a behavior system that is organized because white people are a minority on the planet. They are a tiny minority of the world's people. The black, brown, red, and yellow people are the world majority. Not only that, white people are genetic recessive in terms of skin coloration. You see somebody like whose skin is white, if they have sexual relations with a black person, the product is colored. And there is the fear of white genetic annihilation. It existed in Europe, it existed in Germany, it exists here today. If we understand the white fear of genetic annihilation, which was why Willie Horton could be used as a very profound symbol by the Republican Party.
This girl right here must be super powerful because like 3 different people just sent me her video. I haven't watched it yet. Let's see what's up.
Huh? This a joke, yeah? How about I do that? Back again. This ain't a joke. This ain't no shit to be worn. Come. Ha! Y'all wanna see a storm?
Show
You
us.
wanna see a real storm?
Yes, show us.
Ah!
Divinity of the woman. How did their observation of nature lead them to see the woman as divine?
The woman is a giver of life. We cannot have life without a woman. So the Egyptians had several concepts, but the overarching concept is something that we talked a little about. I mean, they have a concept of Ra, and underneath that, Shu, what have you. But the overarching concept in Egyptian theology is the mother Nut. Nut is the night sky. Nut in her blackness, and they made this as an image where a black woman is arching over the planet in the downward dog position. Her arms are extended to the west, her feet are on the east. That's the solar planet, the solar pole, not the magnetic pole, but the solar poles. So in the afternoon, when the tired sun is setting, her arms become like a runway. And the tired sun comes up her arms and is swallowed by her, where it is recharged for the next 12 hours in her body. And at the end of that recharging period, and as it travels through her body, that light is twinkling, and because she wears a dress with holes in it, we see the twinkles of the stars. In the morning, on the eastern side, after the sun has recharged itself, she gives birth to the sun again. She gives birth to the sun again, and 2 things happen. The thing that we see obviously that happen is the sun god, Ra. But what we don't see is something invisible that happens, that's the catalytic conversion that causes it to happen, is the spirit that they call, you may have heard this word, A-M-E-N.
I've heard the person in the highest place of this nation say, there are fine people on both sides. That sounds non-committal to me. I have a great relationship with the blacks. peaceful protesters called thugs, immigrants called rapists. And from the very place that civilization began, Africa, I've heard this commander-in-chief call it an S-H-I-T hole. One day, you will show that you're sorry, because action speaks louder than words, and the appalling silence by some is deafening. The only way any of us can show repentance is by how we live, not.
Don't speak negatively about yourself, even as a joke. Your body doesn't know the difference. Words are energy and they cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. Change the way you speak about yourself and you can change your life.
That's something, Bruce. Beautifully put.
Whoa, those videos were definitely popping. We're definitely getting into it now. That's the first little segment right there. I just wanted to comment. I really wholeheartedly feel the lady in the first clip about, the was it the white genetic annihilation fear and theory, and all the scientific data that she was bringing up about recessive genes and dominant genes is so true. I really don't tell anybody to take my word for anything. The whole purpose of this platform is for us to just get curious and get about our own individual journeys to the truth, which is individually our own. And we have to get to know thyself, baby. We have to get back with nature and one with ourselves and one with just the earth. You feel what I'm saying? So that is via education, and it may not be via book, via institution. We are the institution. So that part. I really do. And the storm, the girl who was controlling the rain, she was dope. I always say X-Men and those type of shows are based on us. We were very connected to the land. We could move things with our mind. We knew how to do it. We knew how to work in the physical realm with both spirit and the physical alike. So we're getting back to that. And I'm excited. I'm activated already. So please comment if there was any other videos that you guys liked. Yeah, let me know how you guys feel about the content that I'm rolling out. Really comment, like, share this, please. Thank you. Let's get back to the video.
Obstacles do not block the path. Obstacles are the path.
Yes.
I eat obstacles for breakfast. Tell me I can do something. That inspires me. My favorite quote outside of the Bible is a quote by Marcus Aurelius. He said that the impediment to action advances the action. What stands in your way becomes the way. Said another way, the obstacle is the way. Where there is no obstacle, there is no way. But we must have resilience. Don't give up. When God gives you an assignment, what is the first thing God does? He puts an obstacle in your way. And your job is to find a way over, around, through, and under that obstacle. To make mistakes, stumble, fall, and learn the lessons and apply those lessons to the next obstacle.
Work out perfectly for you. All the right things are going to happen to you in your life. All the right people are going to enter your life, and all the wrong people are going to leave in your life. You're going to have a beautiful home in your life. You're going to have a great career throughout your life. You're going to waken up every day of your life next to the love of your life. You're going to have leisurely Sundays and terrific holidays. You're going to travel and see the world. You're going to meet incredible people in your life who can help, and who you will help in ways that you could never have believed possible. You're going to be recognized as a hugely successful person and appreciated for this ability you have to help others. Please don't worry. Your life is going to work out perfectly. Now, I suggest that you read this to yourself every morning and last thing at night over the next 6 months, and the change that will happen to you will be unbelievable.
Perfectly obvious that the universe is a system which is aware of itself. In other words, we as living organisms are forms of the energy of the universe just as much as the stars and the galaxies. And through our sense organs, this system of energy becomes aware of itself. But there's a puzzle in this, which again relates back to our basic contrast between on and off and something and nothing, which is this: that the aspect of the universe which is aware of itself, that is to say, the aspect which, to put it in a very clumsy phrase, does the awaring, does not see itself. In other words, you can't look at your eyes with your eyes. You can't kiss your own lips. You can't bite your own teeth. You can't observe yourself in the act of observing. All scientists, neurologists, physicists have wanted to do that, but they can't do it. Just as you can't touch the tip of this finger with the tip of this finger, no matter how hard you try. And that therefore creates, on the backside of all observation, a blank spot. Just for example, as behind your eyes, from the point of view of your eyes, however you look around, there is blankness behind them. That's the unknown. That's the part of the universe, in other words, which does not see itself because it is seeing. And so we always get this division of experience into one half known, one half unknown. We would like, of course, it would be fascinating if we could know the always unknown. But if we say, examine the brain and the structure of the nerves behind the eyes, we're always looking at somebody else's brain out there. We're never looking at our own brain at the same time as we're investigating somebody else's brain. So there always remains this blank side of experience. Now what I'm suggesting to you is this, that the blank side of experience has the same relationship to the conscious side as the off principle of vibration has to the on principle. Do you see that? There's a fundamental division. The Chinese call them the positive side, the yang, and the negative.
Something unbelievable has already started in your life, and you haven't even realized it yet. Right now, beneath the routine of your day, something is moving in your favor. Life has already begun rearranging itself around a moment you're headed toward. But here's the part no one ever talks about. There's one specific thing that always appears right before someone steps into the unimaginable, and most people miss it completely. There's a reason you've been feeling restless lately. Not anxious, activated. Your late-night thoughts haven't been random. Your sudden bursts of clarity, your urge to change something, your sense that you're meant for more, these aren't mood swings. They're signals. Signals that your inner world is picking up on a shift your outer world hasn't revealed yet. You're not imagining it, you're responding to the beginning of a storyline that is finally ready to unfold around you. Something bigger has been trying to get your attention, piece by piece, moment by moment. This moment feels strangely familiar, even if you can't explain why. That's because long before this lifetime unfolded, you agreed to step into something bigger than anything you've lived so far. A silent deal between you and the universe itself. You didn't sign it with words. You signed it with willingness, with potential, with the kind of inner strength that only shows up in people who are meant to do what others can't. And now that agreement is finally activating. The pressure you've felt these past weeks, the repeating signs, the strange alignment of events, those aren't random coincidences, they're reminders. You're being called into the very chapter you promised you'd face the moment you were strong enough to handle it. This is why the unimaginable doesn't feel foreign. It feels overdue. You're not stumbling into a miracle. You're stepping into something that has been waiting for your arrival for years. Destiny doesn't chase you. It waits until you rise to the version of yourself that can claim it. What's coming next isn't an accident, a stroke of luck, or a happy surprise. It's compensation. It's the universe honoring the courage you've shown in moments no one else saw. You didn't just earn this breakthrough, you're owed it. And the moment you accept that, everything starts shifting faster. But before the universe delivers anything extraordinary, it always checks one thing first: your readiness. And that's why the chapter right before the breakthrough almost always feels like the chapter that tries to break you. If the last stretch of your life has felt heavy, uncertain, or like everything was closing in at once, you're not failing, you're being forged. Every major breakthrough has a pressure point before it, a moment where life tests whether you're committed to the path you claimed or if you're willing to walk away right before the miracle hits. This isn't punishment, it's calibration. It's the universe asking, are you sure you want what you asked for? And most people crumble here because they think the chaos is a sign to give up. But it's the opposite. Your darkest moments aren't endings. They're the final edits before the story turns in your favor. If you've been feeling hopeless, numb, overwhelmed, or confused, it's not a sign that you're off track. It's a sign that the old version of you is reaching its expiration date. Before life hands you what you've been preparing for, it forces you to release the identity that wouldn't survive the next chapter. Breakdowns before breakthroughs aren't poetic metaphors, they're structural, they're necessary. They're the universe tightening the screws before the launch. And if you're seeing this right now, it means the collapse wasn't meant to end you. It was meant to clear the ground for what you're finally about to build. One thing that always happens right before someone steps into their unimaginable moment is this. The world around them still thinks they're the version they used to be. People who haven't grown alongside you will always measure you by outdated metrics. They look at your past decisions, your old habits, your quieter seasons, and they assume that's all there is to you. They underestimate you because they're basing their judgment on a chapter you've already outgrown. Right now, there are people in your life who have no idea who you're becoming. They still see the person who struggled, who hesitated, who doubted themselves. They don't see the nights you stayed awake working on yourself. They don't see the thoughts you've been wrestling with. They don't see the internal shifts that have reshaped the way you move through the world. And they can't. They're not supposed to. People don't notice your evolution until it disrupts the version of you they were comfortable with. Some will interpret your silence as weakness, your patience as stagnation, your rebuilding as failure. They'll think you've fallen behind when, in reality, you've just gone underground long enough to regrow the foundation you needed. And that's why the unimaginable works so well. It catches everyone off guard, not because you weren't capable, but because they weren't paying attention. You're living in a moment where your potential is expanding.
Yo, I really like watching back the videos that I put together. And I really want you guys to please comment and share and subscribe to the channel. Okay. It would be so great to do this live with you guys and really interact live. So let's put that out there in the universe and the algorithm, because I would love to just live watch these with you guys. And so I'm going to put that together and we're going to make that happen. Yeah, the obstacles being in our way is true. Our thoughts are very powerful. So when we think it and we ask it, it really does come. We just don't ever really look for it. Yeah, we don't have
people change up on you. And when they change up on you like that, something has happened in the relationship. My mother used to have a saying, milk once sour, never sweet again. I don't know whether that's a good saying where love is concerned. You might want to talk to her and ask her, tell her you've noticed these things and you want to know what's happening. And she might just tell you, I don't want you no more. And you don't have to say, what can I do? Time to move on. And I'm going to tell you, brother, it takes two to love. And when things start turning all the way around, you have to, if you can patch it, fine. But don't be no fool. If it's changed up on you, then there's somebody out there that will love you.
That the definition of hell, I love this quote, that the definition of hell is on your last day on earth, the person you became meets the person that you could have become. I say that about our nation, I say that about myself, that there is no becoming until you face the depth and the darkness of your own soul. There is no becoming without healing and without a radical acceptance of one's truth. I know that for myself. Growing up in poverty, little chocolate girl with thick lips and wide nose in Central Falls, Rhode Island in 1965. I didn't see hope. I didn't see dreams. I just wanted to be somebody. I wanted success because I thought it was significance. And no one can describe the journey of going from the little chocolate girl searching for hope, searching for God, and the girl living a transcendent life. That is a hero's journey. And we have only to follow the thread of the hero's path. And where we had thought we would find an abomination, we shall find God. And where we had thought that we could slay the other, we'll slay ourselves. And where we had thought to journey outwards, we shall come to the center of our own existence. And where we had thought to be alone, we shall come to be with all the world. There is no soul of a nation without the soul of its people. And the soul of its people is not just who is represented in the breathing and alive people in this room, but by all those.
I can't be a pessimist because I'm alive. To be a pessimist means that you have agreed that human life is an academic matter. So I'm forced to be an optimist. I'm forced to believe that we can survive whatever we must survive. But the Negro in this country, the future of the Negro in this country is precisely as bright or as dark as the future of the country. It is entirely up to the American people and our representatives. It is entirely up to the American people whether or not they're going to face and deal with and embrace this stranger whom they maligned so long. What white people have to do is try to find out in their own hearts why it was necessary to have a nigger in the first place. Because I'm not a nigger. I'm a man. But if you think I'm a nigger, it means you need it. The question you've got to ask yourself, the white population of this country has got to ask itself, North and South, because it's one country, and for a Negro, there is no difference in the North and the South. There's just a difference in the way they castrate you. But the fact of the castration is the American fact. If I'm not the nigger here, and you invented him, you, the white people, invented him, And you got to find out why.
And this is the greatest show on earth because they said all the beings and all the universes are watching, because this has never happened to in any universe anywhere, that an entire planet will shift into a new dimension. And when this happens, it's like two Earths, as though they split. The old Earth is left behind with all the negativity and all the chaos. And the new Earth separates, and it will be totally new and beautiful. Now, those who have raised the vibrations and frequencies of their bodies will shift into the new Earth. And a lot of this is happening right now. A lot of people are feeling this in their bodies because they are having physical symptoms they can't explain. This is happening as the body shifts and changes the vibrations and frequencies of the body. The frequencies can't be changed immediately because it would be too damaging to the body. The body couldn't handle it. It would die. So it has to be done in steps, slowly. Those who are ready, those who are open to this, are the ones who will be going into the new Earth by raising the frequencies and vibrations of their body. They have to be willing to learn and to be open to these things. Some of the symptoms that I've been told is depression, heart palpitations, high blood pressure, joint aches and pains, muscle aches and pains. And the people go to the doctor, and the doctor said he can't find anything wrong. Of course, they put them on pills, but they can't find anything wrong. All it is the body is adjusting as it's moving into the different frequencies. And it's going to affect it. It will go on for a little while, and then it will level off. And it'll be okay for a while, and then
my arms are long, my hair is woolly, and my back is strong enough to take all the pain. It's been inflicted again and again.
Well, that's to 2030, because everybody got to go then. What do you mean? Yeah, 2030 is over. The Earth gonna reset. Listen, it reset every 237 years. I told you this before.
That's not the age of Aquarius, is it?
Yeah, age of Aquarius now.
But 2030 is not when it's supposed to.
Nah, that's when it reset. That's when it reset. Right now,
like it's gonna go black.
Nah, listen. I don't think you understand. Like right now, you got 3D and 5D, right? And like they on the same plane. It look like it, but it's splitting like this. So the more it's split, you're gonna have 3D over here and 5D over here. And in 3D, that's where death gonna be created, right? And created, because death never been created yet. It's they trick you, make you think that you die. You ain't never died yet, right? Death can be created by so many people thinking about it, right? Listen, your mind create whatever you think about. So many people thinking about death now. Death is about to be invented. A lot of people don't know this, Bob. Listen, so when death come invented, death go event. And now what people call hell, that's gonna be hell, because everybody gonna be there in black and not know shit. Lost souls, gone, never to return again.
So let's I'm actually gonna see if you guys are really like viewing me and really paying attention. I want you guys to like basically let me know if you agree or disagree with like the Viola Davis speech, and were you inspired by the words that she said, and how true is James Baldwin's voice during Black History Month and during the times that we're in right now? Yeah, comment. Yeah, it's really like, how you feeling about it? Like, please leave something. All right, share, like, subscribe, comment on this video. Let's get back to the videos.
The extraterrestrials on the planet that these beings came from may have in fact learned about what these ETs had done in creating Homo sapiens. Now, as far as the story goes, it's possible that they have breached their own laws by doing this. It may not have been something that they were actually allowed to do in creating a sentient species. And so the story goes that they were recalled to their own planet, and that from that point forward, once Homo sapiens had been created, The ETs that had recalled the group that came to Earth knew that they couldn't just abandon mankind. They had to guide them from that point forward until they were assured that mankind could perhaps take care of themselves, could understand basic relationships and basic laws, and could create a society that was self-sustaining. And so the ETs sought to teach mankind things like agriculture and mathematics and so on, so that humankind could become self-sustaining. But I think this is where the stories come from, of visitations from the gods over time, to lead us on certain paths, to teach us certain things, to watch over us and guide us. And this relationship, I think, solidified the idea that eventually became the religions of the world.
There exist certain individuals who vibrate at an elevated frequency, and they demonstrate three distinct, undeniable manifestations that bear no relation whatsoever to the recitation of superficial affirmations or participation in simple spiritual practices. These specific indicators are not qualities one can acquire through sheer force of will or by attending a temporary restorative gathering. They are energetic realities, observable effects that commence their propagation through your physical organism and your external existence. When the architecture of your inner world attains a condition of profound coherence, the effect is akin to having finally calibrated your personal instrument to its ideal pitch, compelling the very symphony of reality to align itself with your fundamental tone. The focus of our subsequent examination is the practical, empirically accessible proof of the principles I have devoted my scholarship to comprehending. The tangible alterations.
Somebody died and they go through rigor mortis and they decompose. How were they able to tell whether that man was a so-called African-American man or was he a white man? What do? They check the mineral content, they check the bones, they check the skeleton structure. So even our bone structures are different than everybody else's. So when you start looking at things like that, then you start looking in the animal kingdom and you see these same things are happening in the animal kingdom. Like I talk about all the time with the bird kingdom, it's all called a bird. It's all called the fowl kingdom. Yeah. But then you have something called a hummingbird, which is a small bird. If you look at its anatomy and physiology, it has a beak that looks like a straw. Its main primary source is fructose. All it eats is sap from flowers and from trees. Yeah. If the sap is not available, then what it would do is eat ants and little bitty bugs. But its main thing is fructose. It likes syrup. That's what it do. Then if you go over to a toucan or a certain type of parrot, they main food structure is nothing but fruit. Now, if the fruit is scarce, they eat something else. But 98% of the time, they're going to eat fruit. But depending on the geographical location of the bird and its physical anatomy and biology, all of them eat different foods. And everybody can agree to this. But when it comes to the so-called human race, everybody can eat the same thing. And I'm just here to challenge that because it's not true. Because when we eat the same thing that Caucasians and Europeans eat, we die from it.
And we've reached the end of the videos. Until next time, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Please do not forget to subscribe. Okay, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time.